The ATM costs around $2,200 and it holds around $16,000 to $24,000 at any time. So if you have that amount of money, that's cool, right? But don't get scared, guys, because that's not how much money you actually need to actually get started. So let me explain, right? So first of all, let's get our calculators out because you guys know I like to do the math for everything, right? So say the average, and let's go high, right? Let's always go high because maybe the expense is high. So if you prepare for something high and it's lower, then you're good. But if you prepare for something that's lower and then it ends up being more, then you're probably screwed, right? So let's say the average ATM price is around $2,200. By the way, the ATM model and everything is going to be down there, so don't worry about it, right? You need $2,200 to actually buy the ATM, but you don't need to buy an ATM. And this is my main thing, right? You don't need to buy an ATM until you assure a customer. What does this mean, Tommy? What does it mean that we don't need to buy an ATM until we assure a customer? What this means is whenever you plan on getting into this business, if you do, well, what you have to do is you go, for example, I saw this salon in my neighborhood and this salon is always busy, right? So I can imagine that maybe sometimes people come in with a card and they need a swipe and they don't take credit cards. You know, it's a cash business. So maybe they might need an ATM in that business, right? So I might go in there and I might tell the business owner, I might say, hey, are you interested in having a free ATM installed here? You don't have to worry about maintenance or anything. We handle everything. And on top of that, for the convenience of having the ATM, you also get paid for having this ATM here installed for free. And she's going to be like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Wow, 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 right? It's going to work, right? So when she tells me, okay, and we sign a contract going month to month, and also giving me the right at any time to actually remove my ATM if it's not working, then we can assure and order the ATM on the phone. So you don't have to buy an ATM and then start looking like crazy. You can just wait until you have a guaranteed customer that signed a contract, then you can order the ATM and actually have it installed into that business, right? So that's around, so let's pull up our calculator again, right? So say you did your research, you have a customer, blah, 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 and that costs around $2,200, right? You only really need, and this is my main thing, right? You only really need around $2,000 to start, right? Maybe $2,000, even $1,000. Because remember, right? The money isn't really ever being spent. It's just being recycled. You put the money in, somebody takes it out, it goes straight to your bank account in around 24 hours. And that's about it, right? And then you just put it right back in. So it doesn't matter. Don't worry. And by the way, be very careful when you're reloading ATMs because it's very, you have to be careful with everything. So always be on guard and always be aware. So you only need around $2,200 for the ATM and you need around another $2,000 for the actual money that you're actually going to load into it. You do need a couple other things, and I'm going to include this. So that's like around, maybe let's say like $500 extra. And this is like to actually form an LLC, actually get a lawyer, actually create contracts and all these things. All these things are important, guys, because, and by the way, when I say a contract, I mean creating a contract that actually when you go to the business owner, you say, hey, you're gonna be locked in for every month to month. And the reason I say month to month and not yearly is because no one wants to be locked into a contract for so long. It's not feasible these days, right? Yeah, and that's basically it. That's all it really takes to start your own ATM business.